Just when you thought you'd seen it all, check out the latest addition to the UK police force. We are building this national innovative policy with a robot dog. This is not a joke. This is now being tested on behalf of the Home Office. Yes, firearms training, thermal imaging camera, room scanning, weapons recognition capabilities, and they can be using all sorts of different things in the future. They make it all friendly looking now, but just wait until it's got a rifle on the top of it. So the UK has just announced something straight out of a dystopian movie. Robot police dogs. They're pitching it as innovation and efficiency, but let's be honest here, this is about control. Because once these machines start patrolling our streets and enforcing the law without human judgment or accountability, where does it end, ladies and gents? So today we're looking at why this isn't progress at all. It's actually the beginning of something, in my mind, to be far more terrifying, because these are AI-powered, remote-controlled robot dog police officers. They're set to begin operational capability in 2026, and they're already being tested right now on UK streets, equipped with night vision, thermal imaging, 3D scanners, weapon detection, AI facial recognition technology. Of course, the government's calling it developed surveillance, but I remember George Orwell calling it telescreens, and now they've got legs.
Comrades, this is Big Brother, and I am always watching.
Probably a lot more advanced telescreens, but they say these machines can patrol dangerous areas without risking human police lives. They can chase suspects over ridiculous, very rough terrain. They can navigate stairwells, and they can even communicate through built-in loudspeakers. The police say they don't get tired, they don't ask questions, and they don't hesitate. And that's precisely what unsettles me. A robo-dog doesn't ask questions. It simply follows orders. It doesn't read body language, tone, or intent. Its decisions are filtered through algorithms and camera feeds, a cold binary judgment of who it's been programmed to treat as a threat. Keyword there, programmed. The government claims this is going to save money and make the police more efficient, with reduced strain on short-staffed police and 24/7 patrols. Hold on, maybe they can get rid of the hate crime unit and all the online social media control measures units, and they might have more manpower available. Wait a second, did I just say manpower? Is that a hate crime? I might say people power, police power.
Ignorance is strength. Freedom is slavery.
They also say this is going to keep officers safe from harm. Well, isn't that part of being a police officer, to step in when things go wrong? It's like when I was a soldier. No one ever said to me, by the way, this is a dangerous job, just so you know, when you go into a war or a war zone or a conflict and people are shooting at you, there's danger there, Neil. You just need to be able... I mean, it's obvious, obviously. And there's also this huge potential for abuse here. Once this government starts using these robots, it's going to be very hard to roll it back, because it will be normalized. In effect, it will be a permanent expansion of state power to suppress dissent or protesters. The police have already used these AI drones with facial recognition technology this week, when they made 423 arrests at Notting Hill Carnival. Surprise. You know, so every second that they operate, they're scanning your face. They're recording your movements, mapping out your environment, and flagging suspicious behavior dictated by an algorithm. Now, if you're getting something from this video, please do me a favor real quick and just hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Leave a comment below as well. Let me know your thoughts. Make your voice heard on this issue. They say these robot dogs are about public safety, and they use the term as well. We're all in it together. And if you have nothing to hide, why would you mind giving up your freedom for the greater good? This is narcissism, what they are putting out. In practice, though, if we look at it all, they are really about mass data collection under the guise of law enforcement. Because realistically, how are these tiny things expected to chase down and arrest criminals right now? They're not, but they will be able to later. Robot dogs have been deployed in the US already, but there were concerns surrounding AI and facial recognition. And they also found that the technology was equipped with biases towards certain groups of people that the AI thought were more likely to be the criminal in the case or may commit a crime. Of course, that is not permitted in today's world, of course. In fact, just recently, US police used a robot to catch a man. In fact, check out this video here.
Like standoff where multiple shots were fired and one person was injured. 39-year-old Felix De La Rosa was wanted for a parole violation. That's why officers tracked him to the hotel. But when he fired shots, they called in the Lubbock County SWAT team. At one point, we saw and heard him fire at a bomb squad robot. Take a listen. It sprayed tear gas into De La Rosa's hotel room. Initially, De La Rosa tried to fight the robot, even throwing sheets that would look like towels at it, but that didn't stop the robot from deploying gas. We watched as De La Rosa crawled out of that window and onto the ground where the robot pinned him.
In fact, if you look at what's happened recently in China, they have developed robot dogs to be equipped with weapons and used by the military. This is pretty scary stuff. US companies like Ghost Robotics have unveiled and trialed rifle-equipped dogs despite promises from Boston Dynamics not to weaponize these robots. These gun-toting robo-dogs could become weapons of mass destruction. Have you thought about this? Have we not all watched Black Mirror? If not, here's a little reminder for you. If this exists elsewhere, the UK can't pretend it won't happen here. It's a question of when, not if. We know that the House of Lords established an AI in Weapon Systems Select Committee back in 2023, but not once have they updated their development since then. And now out of the blue, we find out there's these new police robots and they're already underway. This sort of says to me, suggests that decision development isn't happening the way it's supposed to. It's happening behind closed doors without democratic debate or public input. It's not hard to imagine these robot dogs being weaponized without our prior knowledge. This has happened before. You look at all of the things that we've seen with the Snowden leaks and the tracing, track and trace apps, automatic number plate recognition technology, CCTV, facial recognition, or the Online Safety Act, all these things. The UK is the most surveilled country in Europe, and we're never consulted. So it's uncertain how much this is going to sort of continue, but I think it's going to continue a lot. How much is it going to cost taxpayers as well? Well, you think the Denver robot dog that police used, that cost $328,000, and that was just to manufacture one of these things. So where does this end? What is the future of these robot police dogs? What technology could be developed or deployed next, threatening our future and our freedoms? Will this really ensure safety for our families, or is this another attempt to gather data right in front of us on the streets? Ladies and gents, you decide. Drop a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to share this video with a friend. Until next time, take care. God bless.